Okie dokie. Huntman's Copse is a fun place, not gonna lie. And the ruckus has been joined inside his the tiny portion of his brain that still functions. So that's nice. Oh god.
Yeah.
I'm being...
This guy's trying to do ballerina moves on me.
I'm literally being Angelina Ballerina right now. The famed double backstab.
Don't get me started on backstabs.
I love when you can just see dudes hanging out.
It's like, I don't think you're getting out, dude. I think you missed.
I missed slightly. There we go.
That guy was just trying to make a living.
He's gone, he didn't... No one needs a living. We live in a death forest.
Yeah, this is what they get paid to do.
Imagine what the kind of jobs would actually be available in a place like this, though. Let's be honest.
I mean, they kind of need to cut a few trees.
They do need to cut a few trees down. Yeah. Visions of tough enemy. Be wary of dark spirit.
Does that count?
I just got very vivid Hook Mountain Massacre flashbacks as that guy ran at me.
Yeah.
Oh god! My dodges are not good.
No, they are not.
One of these days I'll figure it out. I honestly need like 9 times as many life gems as I currently own.
Yeah.
Because I feel like life gems are way less useful than I remember them being. Like, I remember playing like end game bosses and still having life gems and then having them do stuff.
I think it's just a problem that it's such a long animation.
Oh, it's not even the animation. I'm not worried about that because you can usually just get a few gems in while while the enemy like winds back from a half-hour swing. But
yeah,
it's more like the healing seems like less. The healing seems like less than it used to be in Scholar. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I remember when I played through this game for the first time, because my first time was on Scholar the first Sin, so yeah.
Oh, you never played the original?
I played through Dark Souls 1 first, and by the time I was going to go into the second one, they were already...
Scholar was already out.
Yeah, so I was like, I might as well just get Scholar.
It is the better version. It's already got all the DLCs inside it, and I'm probably going to be doing them last.
Yeah.
Hey lads, how you doing? If you could come down one at a time, that would be lovely.
Yeah, you can have fun with the DLCs and some of their bosses, which I'm pretty sure cause people to die from like rage.
I can say that having played Dark Souls 2 and Scholar of the First Sin through pretty much to their entirety, I do like how Scholar has updated everything. God, yeah. that whip function is so awful. It's just like how it just goes out like a novelty sword on the end of it. The only bosses I have literally never defeated in any of my playthrough is the Dark Lurker, you know, the one that chills inside the fucking abyss that you can never fucking reach. I've never beaten Dark Lurker in all my time playing this game. Oh, he's doing the spin to win combos. No. How can I stand against him? He's doing the Bloodborne charged R2.
I mean, this game came out after Bloodborne, so you know.
Well, I mean, not the original.
But the update did.
True. True. Oh, I hate fighting multiple enemies. I'm awful at it.
I mean,
my positioning.
Yeah.
I stand a heart attack.
I know. That's basically the whole thing in this series is, why are there more than one of them trying to kill me at this time?
Yeah, it's awful how like you'll turn around a corner, about 7 men with swords will just come around and try and stab you in the face.
If I remember correctly, there's a spirit at this boss, in front of this boss, isn't there?
I believe so, yes. I mean, I like how we just both know this game well enough that we can just talk about stuff like this, because, yeah. Oh, hello.
I was hoping he'd just, like, fall.
I was really hoping he'd just run into the hole. Oh, there's a guy there! He was just standing there waiting for me to notice him.
He just wanted someone to acknowledge his existence.
Please, notice me. Ah, there he is.
There he is.
There's the boy. I'm gonna ignore
Yeah,
him and
'cause
try
I
and get
think-
this item first, though. Haha.
Because I think in the original game, wasn't he only there in New Game Plus?
I think he is here in New Game, but I think there's more of them in New Game Plus or something like that. He's definitely here from the base game because I have vivid memories of fighting him, and I very rarely go New Game Plus to this area because like once you've unlocked it in New Game, there's no really. You either stay in New Game and play it, or you skip to New Game Plus. Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's jibbing me.
Unfortunately, he didn't know how to block.
Or stone. So yeah, like obviously, you can probably see it already. I'm gonna take one of these rouge waters. What you do?
Oh, this.
Where do these guys keep coming from? You
Pretty
probably.
sure hang off the edge.
They must just hang off the edge and just show up at awkward times. But yeah, I'm playing with the Champions Covenant because I've never completed a playthrough with that Covenant before, so
Yeah,
should be
that's the
fun
one
to just get yeah, it increases aggro range and you can't summon, which means I can't do the some of the cooler quest lines like Ben Hart of Jugo, Man of the People.
Yeah.
But I can do everything else. You know what? For the second lamest boss in this game, that is a rad intro.
It's a rad intro. It's just you don't even really need to fight this boss technically. Some in the like latter half.
Just love watching the skeletons punk out. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean everyone knows this by now. This is not a new game by any stretch of the imagination. But the whole point of this boss fight is beat up the necromancers, so the skeletons stop spawning.
Otherwise, they are annoying as shit.
Well, I mean, skeletons kind of are anyway. So, I mean,
Anytime skeletons show up as like anything major in this series, it's most of the time tends to be kind of annoying.
the Dark Souls 3 skeletons are some of the best enemies in the game, though. Let's not even deny that. I'm doing really bad for dodging attacks recently. Like, I've only got one Estus left, and I've not even started the fight, really. Ah, here it comes again.
Yeah, well.
Fool. You'll never defeat me whilst these very conspicuous door holdings are here.
Yeah. So the thing is, when it comes to like Dark Souls like games, this is probably like
Holy shit,
the
my health.
slowest movement one. Because you actually.
I mean, I would argue that Dark Souls. Ah, bugger! He shot me in the arm and I died from it.
Yeah, it was a rusty arrow. You got an infection.
You have been infected with what's the one you get from tetanus? Is the one you get from rust, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been infected with quick-acting tetanus and died instantly.
I don't know if tetanus even kills you.
Well, I think it does bad stuff to you. I don't know if it kills you per se, but it definitely isn't fun to have. Alright, where's Angelina Ballerina? I know he's here.
I don't think any disease is fun to have.
That's where you're wrong.
Would you like to tell me why I'm wrong?
No. You're just wrong. Oh, it's the poison again. Wanking butterflies.
The whole point of this forest, hey, go into the forest. Nothing bad will happen to you.
I swear, I've beaten like the entirety of Dark Souls 3 with like no armor and just like some of the starting weapons, and I cannot play this game at all anymore.
This game though, I think just had the most different sort of design choices compared to every other game in the series.
Well, I don't think it's even design choices, though design choices definitely play a part in how it is. I think it's just because starting with Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, they're a lot faster than than 1 and 2. So having played much more of Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne in recent years than Dark Souls 1 and 2, it's still slow. Like, it's slower than I'm used to currently.
Yeah, it is.
Like, you throw a Udex Gundyr at me, and I'm like, haha, you fool, I'll insta-kill you with this sword. But then you put this game in front of me with its slightly more methodical movement.
Yeah.
And it's not fun. I'm debating just running straight at the boss room rather than fighting these guys individually.
Sometimes that is a better plan if you just want to try and get the boss killed.
This might be a valid plan. I'm just gonna sprint. See you, nerds. What are you gonna do? Try and hit me. Fools.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, that's the thing I've noticed is that kind of my playstyle with Dark Souls 1 and 2 was to use a shield a lot of the time because they were kind of good in those games, but then Dark Souls 3 came along and I was like, why am I even bothering using a shield? I'm just gonna dodge.
I think Dark Souls... Oh god, they can hit me while I'm doing the miss animation!
I didn't know that was a thing. Most of the time when you go into an animation like that.
It used to not be a thing. Rip. They're all just standing there like gangster style as I'm trying to walk through a wall.
They're the mafia, they're coming to get your soul payment.
About to drop Drangleiac's hottest mixtape. The ruckus is looking so awful right now. I'm gonna just pop a human effigy so his beauty can be revealed to the world once again. There he is.
He looks like... The thing is, I looked at it like the goddamn, what is that, some sort of fucking makeup he has on him or something.
No, that's his face. Don't you know all humans have this? I just made his cheeks like really red and stuck a black mark on his head. Is what it is, isn't it?
Fucking Kefka from Final Fantasy VI. He's a fucking clown.
I'll have you know, Kefka was a hero.
Yeah, he destroyed the entire planet.
That's the Ruckus' end goal at this point.
Yeah. I was going to say, you're not really much different when your goal is basically go kill everything that's left. Like,
you wake up, the Emerald Herald is like, hey, you might want to go kill some dudes, and then you literally just go, oh, okay.
That's basically your character in all these games. Hey, these dudes
need killing. Do you want to do it? And you just go, aight. Sounds like a fun weekend for me. Right, I'm not gonna try Huntsman's Copse this time. I'm gonna go try a different path. Goddamn poison butterflies, go away. I will murder you with magic.
Right?
Yeah, I mean I will, but like when I'm just walking about, I forget. Right, where's the boy? There's the boy. Die! My heavy sword arrows will kill you.
So you're using a bit of sorcery.
I am using a bit of sorcery for once, which is unusual for me. My typical... I always, when I play this game, when I play, well, most of the Dark Souls games to be fair, my builds always end up towards a grand unification of... It's always the, like the Fume Ultra Greatsword or something heavy. And I'm always wearing like the Drangleic set and Vengal's helmet. Like, I'm not even kidding, that is literally always... I just end up that way when I'm like, ooh, look at this cool new stuff. For about 20 seconds.
Usually I go for that sort of stuff, normally just does builds like that tend to be the easiest to play with.
It's not even ease, it's just I like having a big massive weapon and the Vengal set looks cool.
Yeah.
It's like dressing up as the Hound from Game of Thrones, says a man who hasn't watched past season 2 of Game of Thrones.
Yeah. You know me, the only time I've ever played a Dark Souls-like game and I've actually gone for like a mix of melee and magic is Nier. Not Nier.
Neo. Neo's great. I love Neo. Well, that's because the sloth spell is like the only good spell in that game. So if you can get like 8 of them on, you've actually just won the game right there.
No, it's because it's like, hey, this boss moves super fast. Sloth.
You put sloth, and it's like you've turned a black belt ninja into a small toddler trying to do judo moves on you. That's literally what it does to you. It's
There
great.
was always these like uber powerful like missions where you had to fight like one of the NPC characters in the game as like a boss who could do a bunch of damage. And it's not even like LU slot, because sometimes it was like a training mission that you had to beat them in to unlock more stuff.
God, I hate this guy. Yeah, I remember those bits.
So
We need
what I
to
used
do a
was-
playthrough of Neo as well, because that game's really good.
Yeah, I actually have the complete edition of that and did all the DLC.
I do not have the DLCs, but I have the original. Cause I bought it on release day.
Yeah.
Because I was like, fuck yeah, Japan!
The DLC of that game is noticeably harder than the game itself.
I have heard that. I've heard there's a boss that just shows up and you get an achievement if you listen to him talk before hitting him.
Oh yeah, I think he talks for like a minute or two straight.
You're just there healing while this guy chats at you and you get an achievement for it.
I remember there was a...
God damn Forlorn, you are the worst. Get out of my house.
I remember there was... Like, obviously you had Yuki Onna as a boss, and you also had...
Is that the Ice Woman, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, I've played all the base game, but I haven't ever looked at the DLC beyond like bits and pieces.
Oh, sorry, I had a bit of connection issues there. I'm getting them occasionally.
Gasp.